Independence Day edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Hope you're having a good holiday so far. The weather's been, not so great today. Tell you, this forecast for today has been giving me gray hair since the middle of last week. If you remember back to Wednesday through Friday of last week, we had to allow for the chance of rain today, but it was always going to be a close call as to how far north the steady rain would get. Well, then over the weekend, Saturday into Sunday, the models trended quite a bit wetter into Sunday morning. And then the model Sunday afternoon all of a sudden flipped and showed almost no rain today whatsoever. And then this afternoon, our trusty computer models indicated that, again, there wouldn't be much rain. And wouldn't you know it, right around 5, 6 o'clock, it started pouring on my live shot in Niles at Eastwood Field, where I was live at 6 o'clock. And as I record this at 7:46 this evening, still some steady rain over into Mercer County. The rain is non-existent or just drizzle pretty much in Mahoning and Columbiana counties. Heading up into Trumbull County, still some light rain and some drizzle around. And as I put a loop on this, you can see that everything is kind of shifting to the north, and I think this will bode well for fireworks later on. I think we're going to be largely dry right around 9:30, 10 o'clock. Could there be a touch of rain or a shower? I think so, yeah, but not looking at a whole lot. Down into parts of West Virginia, it's been a rough day here. We've had a couple of tornado warnings down there earlier on today around Charleston, and then up towards the Clarksburg area earlier on. Now it's a severe thunderstorm warning for them. A lot of severe weather over the last 12 hours or so from the lower Ohio Valley through Kentucky into West Virginia, and a lot of rain as well, especially in western Kentucky. A few spots got 6, 7, 8 inches worth of rain over the last 24 hours. But let's head back home and talk about what's going to happen tonight. Now, if you want to come downtown tonight to the fireworks, or if you want to have your own little party in your backyard, whatever you might be doing, it's kind of gloomy out there right now, and it's going to be a cloudy, muggy evening. But watch what the high-res model here does with the rain as we head towards sunset. It kind of goes away. Now, I think it goes away a little suspiciously fast on this model, but still, I do think there'll be a general drying trend, and again, even if it does rain at 9:30 or 10, it's probably really, really light, not as heavy as it has been at times over the last couple of hours. Maybe a passing stray shower overnight, otherwise a cloudy start to our Tuesday. The dew points have been rising all day. Dew points earlier today were in the 40s in Buffalo and upper 60s in Youngstown. That's our warm front right in through there. Buffalo, the dew points rising into the 50s, and we've risen into the upper 60s here locally. It's muggy out there. It's going to stay that way all night tonight. Again, nothing more than a stray shower after 8, 9, 10 o'clock this evening. Our model here shows a little green tomorrow. I'm not really buying that. I think tomorrow's a dry day. After a cloudy start, a little more sun for the afternoon. It'll be quite muggy. Here we go into Wednesday, which I do think is a dry day. And then Thursday, I think, is our best chance to get wet after today because of this real weak, and I mean weak front sliding through. Basically no air mass change whatsoever with this front, but it might be just enough to squeeze out a couple of showers and thunderstorms on Thursday. And it's going to be muggy through the end of the work week. Check out these dew points. But then, for the weekend, improvement. Dew points probably drop all day Saturday after a muggy start, and dew points on Sunday could be down in the 50s and perhaps even 40s by early on next week. The heat index, I didn't mean to hit escape there, but let's go ahead and play this. The heat index on Wednesday will be pretty impressive. We're talking about lower 90s probably when you combine the temperature and the humidity on Wednesday. It's going to be a hot day, and Friday probably just as hot, and Thursday is kind of a close call for the upper 80s as well. All right, as far as the end of the week and the weekend, let's take a look at the GFS model here. Again, here's our somewhat active day Thursday, and by active I mean 30-40% chance you get a shower or thunderstorm. It's not going to be a washout or anything. Friday, we have a cold front approaching from the north and west this day. I think we're kind of in between the warm front, which is up here, the cold front back here, and not much goes on Friday. Maybe there's a pop-up shower or a thunderstorm. As we head into the weekend, here's our front Saturday morning, crossing the area probably first thing in the morning. Muggy here, but drier air out here, and this is what's going to push in for the afternoon on Saturday, and that should pave the way to a pretty nice weekend. Temperatures, lower 80s, low humidity for Saturday afternoon, and again on Sunday. Here's a look at the European model temperature trends over the next couple of weeks, showing the heat this week. The cool down for the weekend, there's Saturday and Sunday. These numbers might be a little too low. I could probably see we're in the lower 80s over the weekend, but then a pretty nice warm up again next week. So I think we're in the middle of a pretty warm pattern, even by July standards. After all, it is the hottest month of the year, climatologically speaking, but even compared to the averages, I think we're in the middle of a pretty warm pattern for the next couple weeks. What about rain? I suspect rainfall totals will be in the ballpark of average over the next week to 10 days. Not liking what the climate model is showing here on days 5 through 15, from the 19th through the 29th. A lot of dry weather shown on the model here. This across New England, back to our neck of the woods. New England is really dry. We are dry, but not as bad as they are. Hopefully this is not right. If this ends up panning out, then, we're not going to get a lot of rain there during that last 10 days of July. All right. Again, thank you for watching the Independence Night edition of Weather for Weather Geeks. Sorry the weather is kind of not so great tonight. Hope you're enjoying the holiday nonetheless, and I'll see you tonight with a fresh update on the forecast on 21 News at 11 o'clock.